She said that the midwives were watching me on the camera while I was going through my contractions. They were like, yeah, she's not going home. So they examined me and I'd got to 7 centimetres dilated at home. So obviously I went straight round to the labour ward because they wanted to monitor me constantly. And then it was going to be another 4 hours until they checked me again. During this time, I was literally like getting urges to push. I was getting like this like pulling pressure, so much pressure, all down there, low, lots of pressure. My midwife was literally gearing up to the point where she was like, right, okay, we're gonna be getting ready for birth soon. So she started getting ready for birth, and then it came round to do my next examination, and I had actually dilated backwards to 5 centimetres, which I didn't even know was possible. And then she was like, right, okay, we'll break your waters. And then when she broke my waters, instead of moving me back up again, it actually snapped me back to 4. So basically all that pressure pushing down all the contractions, Penny's head basically pushed my cervix back and together again. And then when they popped my waters, her head went lower and again pushed it even further back and dilated me down to 4. So when I had the stretch and sweep, she pulled my cervix forward and obviously managed to get to 7, and just the contractions were pushing Penny's head lower and lower, and my cervix was going back and back and back. During this whole stage, Penny's heart rate was not the best. It was going up and down, up and down, up and down. So the doctors were getting called in to look at her heart rate. And then obviously when I got told that I pinged back to 4, I was like, I can't go through all of that again. Get me the epidural. I need pain relief. Like now I'd lost all control and turned into a wild animal. And I was so upset because I was doing so well with my breathing. Me and Mark was such a good team. We were literally like, I was leaning and pushing on him and using him as like a lamppost essentially, and like rugby tackling into him. He was pushing back and it was really helping, and I was breathing through. I had gas and air and it was great until I was told that news. And then I was literally like writhing around on the bed like a wild animal, just screaming, I want a C-section, I want to go home. I need all the pain relief. And yeah, basically just get me the epidural. My midwife was like, just have a minute, can't get a C-section because there was like 4 people ahead of me anyway. And now I'm very happy that I didn't get the C-section, but she was like, we can get you an epidural. Thankfully the anaesthetist was literally just walking into theatre, and my midwife managed to grab her super quickly to run in, give me an epidural. We had to test it a couple of times because originally it went into the wrong place, so they had to take it back out and put it back in again. Then they did have to keep on topping me up because it was just not strong enough, and I was still feeling my contractions, so I was still on gas and air. Thank goodness I got that epidural, because within literally like an hour I went from 4 centimetres. The doctor came in because Penny's heart rate had dropped, so it had only been an hour and a half since I was last examined, and I had dilated all the way to 10. So thank goodness I got that epidural, because honestly I don't know how I would